Hello guys and welcome to XenGamingCommunity. I'm XenZabe and I'm here today with the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One and the Wii U review. Well, the comparison sort of thing. Now this is an image that I got off of Reddit, like got off of IGN, that IGN probably stole off someone else, so we don't know who the true source is, of course. So basically, today I'm going to go through the different aspects of what the PlayStation 4, Xbox One and the Wii U and what they have in common and stuff like that. So as you know, the Wii U came out first. It's apparently the next gen console that it's meant to be, but as you can see, from the RAM point of view, it's not got that much RAM, of course, so never mind, we'll skip all that later. So we're going to go through it one by one and see what each stage includes. Now, the PlayStation 4 is the most powerful console and the most cheapest out of them all, considering with power that is included. Now the PlayStation 4 weighs up at about $400 plus postage or whatever you might get from a courier, or if you get a bundle with some games it might cost more or whatever like that. The Xbox One is $100 more, which can be signified for the Kinect controller and the fact that it's virtually just a TV box. But in the UK, we don't get any of those services, and it's quite hard to watch TV when you're not in the US, because over in the UK we have Sky and BT Vision, which I doubt they'll bring to the Xbox One in the near years to come. So that's a big bad point for the Xbox One there. The Wii U, $299 approximately for the cheapest console, I think. I'm not too sure about the Wii U because, I don't know if I'm going to be including it in this review because, it's pretty older, it's not very powerful and there's not much support for it. But again, Nintendo is always a good company, so why not? Right, now let's move on to the optical drive. Now, actually, wait, wait. The Kinect one can be is $100 more. There's many points that could signify this. It could be the fact that the Kinect sensor itself could cost $100, which in fact we should be able to purchase separately instead of having to buy that with the Xbox, otherwise it won't work, which is quite silly. So anyway, right now the optical drive. Right now you have a Blu-ray drive such as the DVD player, obviously. Xbox One has a Blu-ray such DVD player, and the Wii U has a 25GB optical disc drive, which is proprietary. Not too sure about what goes on inside the Wii U. I'm not sure if it's a Blu-ray player or a DVD player or CD-R player, whatever like that. Now, game DVR, this is basically recording inside the game. I'm assuming it is because that's what the Xbox One called it. So, PlayStation 4 has this. That is great for the likes of XenGamingCommunity because now we can record our content directly from the console and upload it directly from the console, which means we don't have to have this big computer to render it all out and all that. PlayStation 4 does all that for you. And I'm assuming it should be rendered in 720p. If not, we're going to have to stick with the computer, probably buy a capture card or something like that. But Xen already has a HD PVR and all that, so he's quite good on that forefront. Xbox One has game DVR, Wii U doesn't. Again, it isn't as powerful as the other two consoles. Now the RAM. The PlayStation 4 has 8GB of GDDR5 memory. Now notice the GDDR5, right? Xbox One has 8GB of DDR3 memory. Now, GDDR3, I'm not sure what the G is actually for. I should know this, but I've went through all these years not actually knowing what that G is for. I'm assuming it means graphics. I'm not actually sure, so do not hold me to that. Do not hold me if the G means graphics. It comes and goes. I'm not sure what it means, but if it's graphics, it'll be very fast. Probably below the Xbox memory out of proportion. Now, what I heard was the PS3's RAM will be clocked at 5,100 MHz, which is insanely fast. Xbox One at 2,100, I think, maybe something like that, which is very, very slow compared to the PS4's RAM. So, put that there. Wii U 2GB, Jesus Christ, I think it went back in time, 2GB of DDR3 RAM. Right, CPU. Now, the PlayStation 4 has a custom chip. It's a single chip x86 architecture from AMD. It's a Jaguar. It's based on the old Jaguar, not the old Jaguar, but the whatever Jaguar, and has 8 cores. It's all custom. PS4 Sony have said that it's all custom and all that sort of stuff, probably wrong with AMD to get a custom sort of one. Xbox One has an 8-core custom Microsoft CPU. We don't know much on that, apart from it's been underclocked because it was producing an insane amount of heat. That was a rumour. Remember that is indeed a rumour. And we have the Wii U, which is a multi-core power PC Expresso CPU, one of those CPUs from the fucking late century. So Wii U again going back in time and really not looking too good. Right now, the PlayStation 4 has a 5GB hard drive. Now this has been confirmed. You can remove the hard drive, upgrade the hard drive, do whatever you want to the hard drive in the PlayStation 4. As for the Xbox One, I'm not too sure, but you get 500GB of a standard hard drive coming with the console. With the Wii U, again going back in time to an 8GB or 32GB flash. Oh well. Now, PlayStation 4 external storage, that hasn't been announced yet because we haven't seen, all the ports and all that on the PlayStation 4 yet. I'm assuming we will see that in the coming days of E3. Xbox One, yes, you can use your USB, and Wii U, yes, you can use your USB hard drive. Now, cloud storage, you can do all of that on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This is basically, you can put your saves up there, probably your games, maybe stuff like that, I'm not too sure, but yeah, you can have your saves and all that on the cloud. The Wii U, you can't do that, of course. PlayStation 4, mandatory game installs, you don't need to do that on the PlayStation 4, you can just run it from the disc, which is what most people do these days. I'm assuming you can install the game to the hard drive. You were able to do it with some small games on the PlayStation 4, but not all of them. And the Xbox, you could have done that as well with the 360, and you've got to install the game to the hard drive before you can play it, which I'm pretty sure happened with Gran Turismo, I believe, because it was that big, of course. And the Wii U, no, you don't have to do that either. Now, required internet connection. The PlayStation 4 does not require you to connect online to play any of your games. You can play them all single player, all fine and dandy, and you've got no problems. With the Xbox, you cannot play your games offline. You've got to be connected to the internet to play online. To play, I think you've got to be connected to Xbox Live to play single player games online. It's weird how it works. We'll gloss over that. So Wii U doesn't need an internet connection, of course. PlayStation 4, you can trade your games as you wish. Take them to GameStop, they'll trade it in and blah blah blah. You get a price off when you go to buy a used game, you get a price off. You can go and install it. Everything's all good. With the Xbox, you pay a fee, either depending on Microsoft or the publisher, to what you should pay or something like that. It's not been announced what the fee's going to be or anything like that. So Wii U, of course, you don't have to do any of that either. Now, PlayStation 4 doesn't have any backwards compatibility, but they are saying that they're going to bring that live streaming service Gaikai or something like that, whatever it is, to play all your PS3 games. Xbox One doesn't have any planned features to backwards compatibility. The Wii U has a bootloader thing for the Wii, and you can play your Wii games fine on that, and that's all good. Now, cross-game chat, let's move this down a bit. Yes on the PS4, finally for that. Yes on the Xbox, that was a given. And no for the Wii U. Now, cross-game chat is basically like Xbox Live Party, so you can go to party and talk to your mates and stuff like that. And VoIP, of course. Motion control, you've got a DualShock 4 for the PlayStation. PlayStation 4i not included. PlayStation Move not included. For Xbox, you've got Connect 2, and remember Connect 2 has to be on constantly so it can see you and stuff like that. Wii Remote, Wii U Gamepad, and that's all included. Now for the second screen, this is basically a Profero if you wish, something like you can connect to your console and do other stuff with. So for the PlayStation 4, it would be the Vita, and we've seen in the live E3 that some games could harvest that power, and you've seen that some players were playing from there. I think it was another pad. For Xbox, it was Smart Glass. They were calling in the Tomahawk missiles and stuff like that. Same with Dead Rising, they were doing that as well. With the PS4, you can do it with Vita. I'm pretty sure there is a bundle that you can get that includes Vita, which is $500 or something like that. And for the Wii U, and it is the Wii U gamepad. Smart Glass, you've got to buy it separately, of course. Voice commands to be announced. You probably can do something like that with the PlayStation Eye. Uh, Xbox, of course, you get voice commands. If the Wii U, you don't. Subscription services. Now for the PS4, you now need to buy PlayStation Plus to be online. Now, some of you may be like, "Oh, that is a dick move by Sony," but not really. Think about it. You're getting a cheaper console, so you can do everything that the Xbox can't, like go offline with your games. And plus, it's only $5 a month. Xbox Live is what, like £8 a month. That's about $13 a month. Come on, I mean that is quite good. And with PlayStation Plus, you get some free games and stuff like that as well. So, not too bad. And the more people sign up to it, more money Sony gets, the more games Sony brings out. Not bad, eh? Xbox Live, the usual crap. You don't get any deals. You've still got to pay full price for everything. And for the Wii, you don't need to pay for a subscription because you get Nintendo Direct, which is free, I'm sure. Now, USB. PlayStation 4 has USB 3.0. Xbox One has USB 3. And the Wii U has USB 2. Nothing much to say about that. USB 3 is faster. USB 2 is slower. Live streaming, yes. Remember, that's the game DVR you can record and then live stream stuff like that. You can do it on PlayStation 4. You can do it on Xbox One. You can do it on the Wii U. All good. Now, reputation. I have some problems with the size here because of my capturing program only records down to the web connection bit. So for web preservation, trophies will be ported over to the PlayStation 4, which is all good and dandy because I got my Platinum Call of Duty MW2 way back. For the Xbox, achievements will be ported over, so all your gamer score and that will be brought over. Nintendo doesn't have any of that, so no need to worry about that, Nintendo fans. Let me just move this over here so you guys can all see it. Fair and dandy. Oh, it just went back to full screen. Stop going to full screen. Damn it! This is what happens when you have technical issues. Right, here we go. So, we've seen live stream now. Web connection. On PS4 you've got an Ethernet port and the best wireless service possible. You don't have a gigabit Ethernet port purely because it's not needed at this moment in time. Networks don't even have gigabit internet yet. I mean, the only people that have it is Google Fiber, but still it's very rare for your internet provider to offer that. And Comcast and all the other people in America has already said that they won't be bringing out gigabit internet because there's not a market for it, as they see. And for the Wii U, you've got IEEE 802.11b/g/n Wi-Fi. Basically the same as these guys. It's just all the same through a USB dongle, LAN, and all that sort of stuff. PlayStation 4 has Bluetooth. Xbox doesn't, and Wii U does. So there we go. PlayStation 4 has HDMI. It can manage 4K support. That's 4K resolution, but I don't think Sony said much on that. It can do analog component, RC, optical output. Same with the Xbox, HDMI input and output, so it's like a sort of capturing, because that's what the Xbox says. It's like a big TV box basically. Optical output, 4K support. Wii U, HDMI out, component, composite out, all that sort of stuff. Now, this is the best bit about the PlayStation 4. It is not region locked. Now, let me just explain what this means to people who don't know what that is. Basically, if you buy your PlayStation 4 in America, where it costs $399, you can bring it over to the UK and it'll play it fine. It'll play on the current power system, it'll play everything fine. All your games will work fine, all of that. Good. Now, if you put the Xbox One in America, bring it over to the UK, it won't work. Games on it won't work. Same with the Wii U. Now, let me just say what this means in terms of how much it costs. Now, in the UK, the PlayStation 3 costs about £350, plus your postage pack and anything like that. Now, in America, if you're to buy it off Amazon you can buy it off Amazon for £255. That is near enough the same money as a PlayStation 3. Now, come on, that is brilliant. And Amazon have confirmed that they will ship it to the UK for $15 extra, which is still a lot cheaper than £350. I know when I'm buying my console. And Sony, Amazon, all that have said they're absolutely perfect with this. It's actually quite amazing. Now you've got to think now if people like game and all that are buying theirs off Amazon as well, get them shipped over, they're making so much profit. So why don't we do it as well? It's absolutely brilliant. Amazon have said they'll ship it over to you for an extra $15. So what ends up costing what about £270 for a PlayStation 4? That is brilliant, and I'm definitely going to be getting one. Xbox, what is it, £399? Huh, don't make me laugh. So yeah, that is it. This has all been confirmed by IGN and all that. So if any of this is all false, you can blame IGN. As of, I'm going to let you scroll through it one more time. PlayStation 4 is red, Xbox One is green, Wii U is blue. Let's just scroll through it one more time. I mean, feel free to pause the video at any time and look through it if you wish. So yeah, that is the current specs that we know of on both of these consoles. Well, all three of these consoles. Well, we don't know about the Wii U totally because that's been released. If you want to know any more details, make sure to leave a comment and we'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. This has been XenZabe from XenGamingCommunity, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.